So, this is Chris Baldus with the Oelwein Daily Register. I'm here with the organizers of the Student Leadership Conference, Student Council Leadership Conference that's being held on Martin Luther King Day at Oelwein High School. Can you please introduce yourselves?
I'm Marcus Buttweiler. I am a senior at Mason City High School this year. We are all Northeast District officers, and we love Student Council.
Okay,
I'm Garrett. I'm a sophomore at Mason City High School.
gotcha.
I'm Cheyenne Syhlman. I'm a sophomore at East Buchanan.
And I'm Ashley Hackett, and I'm a junior at East Buchanan.
All righty. And so today, can you describe to me what, Marcus, let's start with you. Can you describe to me what kind of going on here today?
Well, today is a district leadership conference for the Northeast District of Iowa, and every year in the fall there is a state leadership conference in Des Moines, and something the Iowa Association of Student Councils is trying to branch out into is working closer to the people, so closer to each district. And so we serve as Northeast District officers, and we are providing a conference for maybe the schools who weren't able to go to state conference in Des Moines or who are interested in more leadership development opportunities.
Okay. Have you guys got any idea like how many high school students have made it to this today?
About 75 or 80 students are
Okay.
here today.
I think, is it 4 schools we have?
It's
Or
6
is it-
different
Oh,
schools.
6 different schools,
Yeah.
okay.
Because they
Six
answered
schools.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I understand the breakout sessions are a big part of this. Emma, can you talk to me about some of those?
Yeah, so we have a few different rooms that breakout sessions are happening in, and our keynote speaker, Chad Ellsbury, also has had a breakout session, and what he's talking about is leadership in general, and as a student council, how we're supposed to use that to our advantage and use that in our futures. And there's also other ones about the dangers of vaping and juuling. That's been a bigger part of high school society recently, and also different ones from Mason City. And are there any from your school at all?
No, but Vicky is
Yeah,
here, and
Vicky
she's
Preston.
doing team building, and then Chad has his separate ones, and just advancing more on the leadership that he talked about in his keynote.
Okay. Who's Vicky?
She is,
Vicky Karsten.
yeah.
She's like in charge
She's
of
the
all.
executive director of
Yeah.
the Iowa Association of Student Councils.
Oh,
She does a
okay.
lot,
She
yeah.
does
She helps out a
everything.
lot.
Okay.
She's busy.
All right. Just curious. It just made me think. So, do student councils from different schools? Do you guys talk to each other all the time? Is there a lot of communication between,
I mean, it depends on who it is. For me, I know I communicate with these guys. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously I talk to Emma because we go to the same school.
Mhm.
But through camp, another thing
Yeah.
that the association puts on, I've met a lot of different people from across the state.
Okay.
And so I talk to them about what they're doing in their student councils as well.
Okay.
And I talk to neighboring districts. I've tried to reach out to them
Okay.
to talk about what they're doing and
Okay.
see how
Reach
they're
out,
going.
find new ideas,
Yeah.
and find just getting to know folks. Cheyenne, can you talk to me about some of the breakout sessions or events that you've really liked or you thought really struck a chord with you?
Today, I really liked the rapid report one. It's about school shooting and letting the police know if your school is about to be up in threat.
Good.
And then I really like the substance abuse one because it is a bigger deal within our schools.
Okay. Now the rapid response. You talked to me a little bit earlier about that. That's an app,
Yeah.
correct?
It's an app that is free to use for students, and once you get it set up for in your county,
Mhm.
then the police and administrators of your school can know what's going on.
So it's something that just because you get the app on the phone does not necessarily mean that it's operating in your area. You'd have to do that. You have to do it with the.
Yeah, you have to call the Mitchell police station, and get them set up so that it sets up to your police station and your school administrator.
Okay, and I'm sure that's all talked about in that. So it's giving the student councils, practical logistic advice and here's how you do this. And I'm sure in the Jewel session there was the same kind of things, how to
Yep.
approach it.
And just information about it, like the dangers of it that us youth don't really know about.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Okay.
you're addicted, there's a way that you can quit,
Okay.
or you can get some help to quit.
All right. Was there any other sessions that really stuck out for you?
The one that Cheyenne talked about for the school shootings, but last year we had I haven't been to Vicky's yet, but she always has really good team bonding ones to just get your council and other councils together and just work on team building and leadership.
Okay. Now, the roles of student councils, and this goes to anyone who wants to answer, the role of student councils in high schools today, can you talk to me a little bit about what you see your role as?
Well, we're the leaders of the school, and we want people to look up to us, and we want to lead by example and show them like what to do and how to treat people and just how to be a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think student councils or student senates can be a lot of different things. Being a group of people who are willing to take charge, but also knowing when to take a step back and let other people lead, because it doesn't always have to be a student council member or a student senator in charge when you're in a group or in a club or activity, because there are leaders in every club and activity, and it's trying to get them to join the council to make more of a unified group to make change in the school and community.
Okay. What kind of things are you guys each doing at your schools? Are there any specific projects that you're working on right now?
We're actually working on a project. We call them just like student learning activities, and each grade is going to do an activity. Like one is like Random Acts of Kindness Week, and we just spread kindness and make it known to our school, and we just do a bunch of activities and just getting more than just the student council involved with our school, and also having like the freshmen and sophomores like step up and be leaders, and not just like our teachers do all of it, you know.
Okay.
We also do a lot of fundraising for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Cancer Society, dance marathon, and all that stuff.
Okay. Anything happening over in Mason these days?
Well, this year we've done quite a bit. We're going to have another blood drive coming up here in the spring. We usually do 2 of those a year. We're working on some staff appreciation at varsity wrestling meets and boys and girls basketball games, where the varsity players get to pick a staff member or a district member that has positively influenced their life and present them at a point in the game or meet.
Okay.
And something else we've started forming is a diversity group, because we realize that there's a lot of more diversity in our school than we once thought, and that it's like increasing, continuing to increase. So we're trying to find ways to incorporate all sorts of kinds of people in our
More understanding of everybody.
Yeah.
So I really want to thank you for your time and to do this video with me. And my favorite question always in all videos, was there anything that I haven't asked that I should ask, or that you want to say about any of this?
I mean, I just think there's always opportunities to be a leader, no matter who you are, what you do. There's an opportunity at any given moment. And also, student leadership doesn't always have to be like all business. There's also a lot of fun that comes along with it.
And you don't have to be in
Good
student council
friendships.
to be a leader, you know.
Yeah.
You can be in any sports or music or anything.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.